Why is that? Because black women not doing a good enough job.
Quick question.
What's wrong with black love? I don't understand. You're not telling me any type of mistakes that you have made.
Here's the new black love. Black men with Asian women, black men with Arab women, black men with Caucasian women, black men with Latina women. That's the new black love.
Boom. And why is that? Because black women not doing a good enough job at the rate that you want them to. What's wrong with black love? I don't understand. You're not telling me any type of mistakes that you have made.
Here's the new black love. Black men with Asian women, black men with Arab women, black men with Caucasian women, black men with Latina women. That's the new black love.
How you doing? How's it going out there in YouTube land? Happy holidays. Good evening. It's 6:13 p.m. over here, May 27th, 2024. It's a beautiful day. I just survived doing laundry. And guess what, guys? I'm on a different level of adulting right now. You understand? I did all my laundry at once. You know how many months of clothes that was? Well, no, not that much. It was a month. Several bags, and now I need new bags. Now, I know you saw that clip and you was very jarred by that clip. I know it triggered you. If you were wokety woke, if you were a Kendrick fan, I know that probably triggered you if you were a Kendrick fan. That's fine. But guess what? I'm Drake with the melodies, and I'm Drake when he acting tough, and I'm acting up. What's good with it? Oh my God! Hold on. Where my man is? Oh my goodness! Hold on! I was raised better than this. It's the Six Paths Commanders. Six Paths Dice here, Mr. Lane. If you need me, hold on, son. He got snuffed, and he ain't do. Wait, what's that your line? He got snuffed, and he ain't do. I'll do it again. He got snuffed, and he ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. Listen, if you ain't never seen that video, put in "you got snuffed" and you ain't do nothing. That's gonna be the best time you're gonna have this year, besides seeing your boy Six Paths Dice. Now, I know you've seen that clip, and I know that clip was jarring to you, was triggering to you. Don't worry. B-Dubs, we still love you. Big Shirley, I still love you too, Big Shirley. The B-Dub, Big Shirley, I still got love for you. But we're going to address and we're going to do some correction here in this community. Because now we hear a whole bunch about save the community, save your community, black man. Well, guess what? This is how we're going to have to do it. I'm sorry. Listen, a lot of times people feel like things are not going to happen because people don't want to get their hands dirty, and you're so afraid of being the bad guy. And also, you have a misconception on how the solution is going to look. You want it to be a movie. You want it to be a picture perfect solution where you don't got to go through mad time. Baby, you don't have your shirt on, baby. No, you don't have your shirt on, baby. Can't. I know we in the house and everything. Babe, I'm gonna put one thing on for you, babe. You don't have a shirt on. You can't come on. You got to put a shirt on. Come on the screen, okay? God, lay back, babe. Relax. All right, I'm going to put one thing in here for you, but I'm doing a video, so you can't keep bringing the tablet to me over and over again, okay? What do you want to see?
Welcome racist.
It's my racist?
Welcome racist.
All right, pick something else. I can't stand what you're saying.
Welcome racist.
We want to pick a different thing? You want to see Haunted Element? You want to see the Highway? What you want to see?
Route 21.
Route
21.
Route 21? Okay, we'll put on Route 21. Babe, I'm trying to do a video. Babe, you don't have a shirt on. You cannot. I'm sorry, babe. You can't be on camera with no shirt on. Okay? If you want to get on camera, you'll go find a shirt. Okay? Route 21 NJ. But babe, you can't keep coming on camera while I'm doing a video. Okay? I'll never get done. All right? Hey, babe. Here we go. Because we're in the house and whatnot. He ain't got no clothes on. So, anywho, I was trying to cook, but, you know, you got a hater in the house. Anyway. Nah, so anyway, it's how it's gonna look. There's not going to be no clean break. It's not going to be picture perfect. And that's what people don't realize about success. Success has a lot of time with being uncomfortable, right? And one thing we got to realize that we got to use time as our greatest ally. Well, it can be our biggest enemy, right? And we got to realize that if we want to make things happen, if we so-called care about the future generation, that might mean this generation taking an L with certain stuff. And what black men are going to have to realize is this. You may have to really create a new black community. And but the thing is this. What we're coming to understand is that a lot of things that we talk about and believe aren't actually true. So I think that's what people are going through right now is learning what facts really are outside of outside of a book at school. For example, what Kevin Samuels exposed was that a lot of us, our beliefs are based on anecdotal experience and which is kind of the same as personal experience, but basically our personal experiences and a little bit of what we know to be true. Like, for example, right? I give you some misconceptions that people had about getting in shape. Growing up, some people thought that, oh, well, some people have the genes to be able to put on muscle and look good, and some people just simply don't. When the reality was always about, how much bread do you eat? How much pasta do you eat? How much sugar do you eat? When we start there and start cutting that stuff down, you start seeing that person transform into a whole different person. Then we get into how much protein do you take in? How much fats and carbs do you take in? Do you take in a lot of good fats and carbs? A lot. We're learning so much about the human brain. The microbiome has been a huge game changer. It's always been there, but our understanding of all these things has changed how we look at health in general. But it's so many things that we believe. We for the longest time respected the hell out of a vegetarian because we associated the concept of being a vegetarian with basically being a super healthy eater. You eat salads. Salad means healthy. Green means healthy. And to certain people, depending upon who you are, you may still feel that way. All right, cool. But we believe, hey, you can have a diet full of fruits and vegetables, and you're going to, look amazing, based off a person that we may have come across who was eating that way and probably was just eating that way for that phase in their life. They didn't eat the way for a lifetime, and they look buff and jacked. But we had so many misconceptions about our understanding of weight loss and weight gain. Even the Stacker's 2 pill, the hydroxycut pill, pills that said, well, if you take this, you'll lose this much weight in 30 days. You'll lose whatever the amount of weight, the clinical studies and whatnot, right? And why were these things attractive? They were attractive because they capitalized off of what you didn't understand about the world and how the world works and how your body works in this particular case. And that's why you were able to buy into these things. It's like, damn, well, I don't want to work hard. I don't want to diet. So I'm going to take this pill, right? Now that people know more about health, you don't see as much marketing for a fat burner. But you see a lot of marketing for pills and supplements for testosterone. That's a whole different story. And happiness, right? That's a whole different story. But people are adjusting to being able to think factually and stay on what the facts are. Because I think more of us want to have the best outcome possible, right? So I said to say that what I think men are getting, so this is men as a whole, right, is that, man, do I really enjoy this person? If this person's not in my life, is there really a gap? Am I really less happy? Does the relationship make me happy? Because for the most part, when men start removing what's going to happen during relations and sex and stuff like that, you start to look at relationships and getting into one and giving your time to women in general. You see it a lot differently because you realize what you're giving. A lot of people, when they do things, they don't really do it with the end in mind. They also don't do it with any goals, any timeline. For the most part, most people just live and think very short term. They can't think past the next couple of weeks or past the next month. For the most part, people mostly go to work, pay their bills, and try to have a little fun. And everything that kind of comes in between, right? So I think more than ever, a lot of men are kind of starting to feel like, yo, I really want to have a good relationship. And also, a lot of men, a lot of men are realizing I want to have a good relationship, and they're questioning everything that they believe growing up, and we're thinking about, okay, how much of this is factual and how much of this is cultural. For a lot of black men, it is cultural. It is, you get a Scooby snack for saying I love black women, and we do love black women. For better or worse, that's how I feel about it. I can't really say that I desire a woman because she's Latina or because she's non-black. No, not really. Most women, most kinds of women that black men like are women that are similar to black women. Are usually melanated. A lot of times they're melanated. Because you gotta think, what does a white woman have that black men like? And I'm not saying she can't have everything good, but I'm just saying in general, don't black men like full lips? Don't black men like some hips and some booty and some don't black men like some body on them? Don't black men want you to be able to move a little bit, have a little flavor, have a little style? You know what I'm saying? Do your hair in some few different ways. These are all things that we like about black women because again, we're from the same culture. We look, and also they look like us. Why wouldn't I want a woman who looks like me? Right? But I think for the longest time, black men are also always told, you love Becky. That's what you want. You want something easy. You want life to be good. You think you're supposed to have an easy life? No, stupid. You would think. You a human doing. And a lot of black men in general, and men are human doings, meaning that we had to be doing something to be valuable, and we like doing something. But again, more men are starting to realize, okay, what am I getting out of this deal? What am I getting out of the relationship? Am I happy in a relationship? Is this person invested in my happiness? Because again, most men believe in happy life for the most part. I've said that one time in my life, and I said to the worst person possible. But, and again, it's hard to understand this, but trickle down is how it's going to work. Everything trickles down. Men will sacrifice naturally anyway, right? Men are starting to realize that your happiness trickles down. If you don't make yourself happy, you're never going to be happy. And a lot of these things I say are based off of a lot of things I hear maybe on certain, baby, turn down a little bit, on certain lives. Shout out to Angry Man, the Crimson Cure, PS people I watch the most. Anton Daniels, right? And I heard Angry Man say that. You said whatever it is that you want or you feel as though you really need, in terms, I guess, maybe encouragement or engagement on a certain thing, you have to go after that and go get it yourself. And you cannot have the entitlement of the mind reader expectation where you want someone to read your mind and give you what you need without you asking for it. When that happens, it's a beautiful thing. But again, we always start with appreciation for what is good about this life. This life is so beautiful. It's so delicate. It's so amazing. But we can't move forward if I can't acknowledge the pros and the cons, the ills and the good. That's life. Shit ain't sweet without the bitter. But if I acknowledge the sweet more than the bitter, I just understand, the bitter is a part of the sweet. Sometimes shit is sweet, sometimes it's bittersweet, sometimes shit is just bitter. Bittersweet. All right. So many people go crazy because they don't know, they don't have a sense of appreciation. You haven't built up an appreciation for the sun shining down on you. Go outside and breathe some air. It don't matter what kind of air it is, you're alive to breathe it. If I'm alive to breathe it, that means I have another opportunity to be great in my own respect. Right? Anyway, I'm going off a little bit of a tangent. But I'm just saying, people are starting to get the way they're starting to kind of think about, okay, what is my best move based on new information? Men now have new information, and men are being opened up to the different possibilities, right? And also, black men in particular, are starting to realize that you are free, and you are free to go wherever you want to go. And I want to, before we move on from this video, I want to show you guys the comments. So, And I want to show you guys what holds us back. And this is for the men in particular. I'm gonna read a few comments. So on this video that I just put up here, we got a guy who says, "Hey, my sisters, just find someone who still defines black love as love between black men and women. If this guy or someone like this defines it that way for him, let him. A better use of time is focus on those who are in solidarity with you." Okay. Here's a good lady. Which do guys prefer, a chicken salad sandwich or tuna fish sandwich? I love a good chicken salad sandwich. Okay, that's a sneaky bar. Black women, we love you. And then someone added, and black men with black men. We got a guy who says he's speaking for himself. Ain't nothing like a black woman. I feel you. These niggas get so wrapped up in their own warped ass logic, they think that it's the way things are. No, nigga, that's the way your ass thinks. Go do that over there. We are over here loving, uplifting, and taking care of black women. And we got someone says that's okay. There's plenty of other races that love black women. LOLs. Move around, ladies. Black men are not the end all be all. Actually, kind of disgraced with some of them. So keep it moving. Love on who loving you, no matter the race. Love is colorblind. Then someone says, here we go. Now we starting to heat up now. We got the women chiming in. He must not have seen the Black Wife Effect movement. You know what? We could just stop there. That I actually didn't see a lot of this stuff. I actually didn't see all those comments. Because first I was going to comment on the men chiming in. Nigga, you ain't getting no Scooby snack. How about that? You get nothing for that. You still get disrespect. Because right up under that same post, you got a black woman saying, fuck these niggas. Fuck all of them. Fuck them monkeys. Fuck them coons. Right up under it. She said, yo, there's plenty of other races who love black women. And again, and let's comment on that real quick. I gotta realize, for one, in every respective race, men love the women who looks like the most. And that's a good example of living a life where we believe in a lot of urban myths, and we think our personal experience and our thoughts and opinions are all that matters and all that's relevant, and we're not taking in all the information. The fact still remains. If we go to a black cookout, you're not seeing an Arab, you're not seeing two non-black guys at one time. I'm trying to think of in my life, have I been to a family cookout where it's more than one non-black person? I only can think of one. Listen, and I know a few biracial couples, but my thing about all the couples I know, even when I go to other black folks' family functions, because if that was true, right? When you see a black baby shower, when you see at least one white guy there, when you see at least one Chinese dude there, one Spanish dude there, right? Most black guys, if you think about your friends not just in general, just think your coworkers on, you can count on your hands how many biracial couples you've met that you know personally in your personal life or you know at work. You can count on your hands probably. Because at the end of the day, interracial relationships are always going to be in the minority. People, for the most part, get with who looks like them. But the reason why I want to address this thing right here is because black men, we got to realize again, black men believe black women when they say, oh, yeah, plenty of other men, they love black women. And shout out to brother Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. He was the one who started that conversation. And when women called onto the show, he would say, baby, I'm doing the video, okay? I'm going to do it in a little bit, okay? Let me do the video, okay? Babe, come on now. We just talked about it. Babe, I gotta do the video, okay? That means, Levi, that means for you to go, gotta go explore, okay? I'll be over in a little bit. I'm almost done. Okay? Okay, babe, okay. Okay. Yeah, he's being a tough customer. He's gonna keep interfering. My bad, y'all got distracted. Listen, because my son on the spectrum and he gotta get better with his reading and stuff like that. And also, like, when I tell him stuff, if I say, hey, I told him, hey, listen, don't ask me to put stuff in the search bar right now because I'm doing the video. And I'm saying I'll do a little bit later, you know what I mean? Or just explore the tablet because I want him to get the desire to improve his reading and writing and want to figure out, all right, well, how do I search for myself and whatnot? So I can't really do that all on camera, man. So I just say, listen, babe, you got to stop having conversations with me on camera, especially when I'm saying, hey, wait a second, okay, just give me a moment, or just I'm trying to say, hey, I'm gonna do it later, or just just figure it out and whatnot. But anywho, I'm realizing like, all right, he's not gonna learn if I don't make him do stuff by himself. Or if I want to say, hey, figure it out, you know what I mean? So anyway, so that's what that's about, man. So anywho, like I was saying before, men for the most part want to be with women who look like them, and because I'm like, well, for what you got to think, I realized like, yo, you want to be with someone who relates to you. Women people from other groups don't relate to you. But anywho, but going back to the urban myth, I'm like, no, that's actually not true. As far as like wives and stuff like that, Black women are still married to non-Black men, a rate of between about like a few percent. Of the women who are married, only a few percent are married to non-Black men. But what does happen is that Black women have, I think it's 1 million more kids than Black men, or I think 1 million kids outside the Black community, or with non-Black men. So what happens at a really high rate is that non-Black men will have children with Black women, but they won't get married. You know what I mean? So that happens, right? Then you saw a mention of the Black wife effect. The Black wife effect is basically a TikTok trend or TikTok challenge where basically it started with some white guy talking about how he used to look, how he used to be dressed and whatnot before he met his Black wife, and basically the difference. She helped him glow up, and your woman is supposed to help you, but that also sparked a different conversation about how Black women see Black men in terms of value and in terms of them being worth investing in, right? So it actually plays into the next video perfectly, right? So let's go ahead and put this next, because I want the women to understand why the men are starting to kind of say these kind of things and coming to these revelations and whatnot. So we're gonna just play a few videos, right? And I just want to play I'll play like 1 or 2, right? Okay, all right, I can see my screen.
About 75 to 95, depending. That's how the work goes.
Okay, I'm just gonna pop my balloon because I just feel like that's not enough for me. But I feel like everything else is good,
Okay, so
I'm not saying it's not good enough. It's just I was looking for something different.
Okay, what were you looking for as far as income wise?
I thought it was gonna be like 100,000 and more because he owns his own company, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
Let me say it like this. It fluctuates. I've been owning my own business for about 3 years. It's been 110, and then it's been 95, and it's also been 75. So, it fluctuates. But I do moving services.
How much do you make a year?
About 75 to 95, depending. That's how the work goes.
Okay, I'm just gonna pop my balloon because I just feel like that's not enough for me. But I feel like everything else is good.
I said what?
I'm not saying it's not good enough. It's just I was looking for something.
Yeah.
What were you looking for as far as income wise?
Yo, son, we're cooked. We are cooked. Hold on, my bad, son. Hold on, let me mute this joint, man. We are cooked. Hold on, now, hold. Let me hold on now. Let me go ahead and shout these queens though in the comment section because we did have some sisters that did step up, and I want to make sure that we give them their flowers though. You know what I'm saying? So she said, he's so nice. I would have asked her, do you own a business and exactly how much is it making in a year? She probably would have been gagged. Shout out to that sister right there. Shout out to that queen. This show is so inflammatory. He didn't have to explain shiitake. God don't block blessings. So she must not be his. Just move on. But her stomach sticked out further than her chest. She got a booty do, not a booty. She got the opposite. She's got an anti-booty do. Because booty do is her stomach. No, that is a booty do. Her stomach stick out more than her booty do. Nothing is wrong. My man said nothing is wrong with how she feels, but 95K, 100K is the same thing. You don't have to explain yourself to people who are not on your financial level. So women judge us off of how much we make, and that's okay. But if I point out that her belly looks like she's 4 months pregnant, I'm the bad guy. Okay, got it. What we got going on here? In other words, he makes well above average, has the discipline and entrepreneur attitude that many say they want, but didn't emotional react, Stay level-headed, and he still isn't good enough. Hopefully, she makes what she is asking in a man. Only 18% of the population makes over at 100K. And he explained to her he likes her. He will pick her and be mad when she don't have his back or when he ever needs it. Get a few more. 60% of the population makes under 50K, and you're saying he doesn't make enough. Meanwhile, he got another queen right here. Meanwhile, she's probably poor. Listen, this is the last one we're gonna read. Why? I like this one right here. Don't explain yourself, my guy. Rejection is God's protection. Here's the last one we're gonna read. Why are you even explaining your finances to a woman who is clearly moving off of transactional intentions from the rip and showed you just who she was and that you offered was not good enough for her standards? If you don't get you some self-respect and some balls quickly, my boy, talk to him. What? What he said? Get you some balls. He said get you some balls, my boy. No, he the monkey from the Planet of the Apes meme that whisper in your ear. Fuck these hoes. Get you some money, my nigga. There's a few things we saw in that clip. For one, that guy had a lot of humility. But also, and I'm not saying, I don't think he even wrong with nothing he did or he said, right? But a few people made a really good point about he didn't have to explain himself. But you got to realize this as a young man, as a man, right? You're told that and again, this is the misconception that men have about deals, or that when someone says something, they mean what they say. So when men, our age group is keep hearing get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. I don't think that guy is 35 years old yet. If he in his 30s, I'd be surprised. He sound young. He sound like he in his 20s. He probably younger than 33. He said he made between $75,000 and $95,000 a year off of something that he created. And he thinks in his head, a lot of guys think, well, once I get to that point, the women will just come. Once I get to that point, I'll be good enough. But here's what he doesn't understand about the modern woman, especially if she's been infected with baddie syndrome. Baddie syndrome is a mental illness where a woman is infected with a mental illness that makes her feel like because she has on Fashion Nova, wigs and or weave, lashes and nails, and a bad attitude, you know what I mean? Like basically, she becomes addicted to stimulation. She becomes addicted to breaking the rules, and she's addicted to bad decisions as well, right? Because in her mind, it's something I heard Crimson Cure say, these women think that if they reject a man who has something, it makes them appear more valuable. Very, very dope bar from Crimson Cure. And what you see her doing is overplaying her hand. Because this is what I realized too. And again, this involves logical thinking. When you see women do this, they're not thinking 10, 20 years ahead. They are gambling. Women have an idea that when they're dating, you're gambling. You are gambling with every guy you deal with. So it's understandable to be selective, right? Never in any time would a woman be get in front of him. That's one thing if like he has other problems or all these other very unattractive things about him. Could a woman who is really a regular woman, and also not even that, the girl not even in shape, not be in shape. And don't get me wrong, if you just feel like, hey, he's not my type, she can really just say he's not my type. You can never get a woman with this kind of profile who would get in front of a successful man and openly, with if I'd have thought, reject him. He's done. He's cooked. And that shows us that a lot of women are not live. They live. You will live in the. I hate to say the Delulu. I don't want to say Delulu, but baby, you are Delulu. And again, maybe he ain't your cup of tea. But saying that you're going to disqualify him off an income, why would a guy who makes more than that makes any? And again, a lot of women don't realize that you are somewhere between a collectible comic, like you're like a collectible. The collectible, even collectibles have a high value, someone who wants to pay that price still has to come along. Women mistake men. Men adore and love women. And that's the thing. The man will find ways to like the woman if he's attracted to her. The woman's instinct is to find what's wrong with him. And again, this is the generation that has been exposed for. Y'all are some gamblers that overplayed all of your hands. And now you've overplayed these hands to the point where the men are like, hey, you know what? I think I'm good. I'm all right. I'll just go jack off. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be way less painful and way less sad and way easier than any of this. And y'all get to a point where some of y'all can't even link up with your sneaky link. Listen, you know how many chicks I turned down this year? Not a lot, but it was a few chicks I couldn't. If I was okay with a headache or a chick being mean and her having a big old belly and stuff like that, or just and kids and everything, I could have had at least 4. I mean, it's only May, right? I could, which is not a whole ton, but I could have at least for sure knocked down at least 4 or 5 chicks right by now. If I didn't mind everything that would come with it, especially if I applied pressure, like really tried, you know what I mean? But again, like other men, we realized like, yo, that money is better off in my pocket. That time is better invested in me. All right, and that video I just showed, this is why all the black men are just exploring the other options. You're going to different countries. Also realize that you are not exclusive to black women. Black women are belong to black men exclusively, and those are the men who want you exclusively. The Cassie and Diddy story is a telltale or a cautionary tale. I'm sorry, a cautionary tale of not understanding the man who really values you and wants you to be the best version of yourself and wants you to shine in your own regard, even if it's without him, and wants the best for you versus the man who ain't necessarily thinking about that, who sees you more like a thing. That was one of the key takeaways from that relationship. When Cassie had Ryan Leslie, Cassie would never even been able to meet Diddy without Ryan Leslie, but she got it in her head that she was the star. And that she was around Diddy because of her own talent and beauty, right? And that he sees the same things in her that Ryan Leslie saw. It's very similar to how when you're a kid and you learn for the first time, okay, all old women ain't like my grandma. If you had a nice grandma, some of y'all got cussing lottery picking. Some of y'all got them quick pick 6, pick 3 grandmas that played mad lottery tickets. Lots of beer cans. All right. The grandma that be sending you to the store all the time. You got passed by them bad kids. They don't have their mommy and daddy, so they real angry. And those be the ones who be fighting all the time. Kids ain't got their mommy and daddy. You know what I mean? But anyway, that video I showed, like that's how we've gotten here. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gotten here. You got to realize that, unfortunately, the modern woman in general talks like this. There's plenty of white girls and non-black women who are on TikTok saying a lot of the same stuff, right? But our group seems to be playing this card to the max. And here's the thing. We're moving into an economy that no longer supports one income. And most women do not make enough to make up for 2 incomes. And I'm going to share one more slide before we go. Broke women, this is from a woman too. Shout out to Janelle Monet or Monet. I don't know. What's little plant work? Broke women don't see themselves as broke. They just think they're dating the wrong man. Let's read a few comments. Here go the sister right here. Is that sister? I don't know. It might be lame. Then talk about how they're queen and deserve to be treated as once. I was once called less than a man because I refused to give Shorty money to get her kid something for Christmas. I asked, where's the father? Then all hell broke loose. I feel attacked. Okay, that's funny. I feel attacked with my broke stuff. I see you, baby. They're all busy on Facebook trying to join that have you dated this guy so they can avoid accountability and peace. They pulled the biggest Jedi mind trick of all time. They have successfully shamed men for being everything that they are, and we all fell for it. Not only did we fall for it, we desperately tried to prove them wrong by spending money on them to show that we had it. Pure genius when you think about it. We out here proving that we are real men to women who don't give a F unless you're spending. Niggas giving free gospel and it ain't even Sunday. You know what? I want to stop it right there because you gotta know when to cut your round short. So you know what? We're gonna go ahead and stop right there. I'm gonna stop sharing and we're gonna close out with this. And that feeds into my main point and the main thing I'm teaching right now in terms of men understanding what's going on out here and how I really want us all to have a good life. And I hope that women who do watch this content, you can get something out of it and everything. But I want y'all to really understand and really make room for the possibility that you have been dead wrong, and you mad wrong, and you hella wrong. You need to talk to someone who's right? But when the person wrote, what women wrote, women don't see themselves as broke. They see themselves as dating in the wrong. I'm sorry. They see themselves as they're dating the wrong man, meaning that you are never the problem. All of us have to come to a realization of the part that we play in every obstacle that we have, because we play a part. Very few things happen by chance, especially when you're an adult, and especially when you so quote unquote know better, right? And the last comment about basically the greatest Jedi mind trick, which is basically convincing men to keep working harder and that they're not getting what they want. Because again, it feeds on or it's based off the idea that men, we really love women. We love being useful to women. We love for women to love us. We love that. We all do, right? Like I said before, I do. I love being useful to my family and my friends and the women I'm with. I love being a hero, a giant to you. I love being everything to you. I love being larger in life for you. You know what I'm saying? We love those things, right? But she knows you love those things. And she knows that, well, if I withhold my approval, he'll keep working harder. Then again, overplaying these hands. Now we're at a point where women who have nothing talk down on men who have way more than them. Not only that, successful men. These are the last two generations of men are the most successful black men to ever exist. Well, not exist. Well, at least in this country, the richest black men to ever exist. There are millions of black millionaires in this country, and most of them are black men. Period. Anywho, that's how we got here, man. So yeah, baby. One more time, man. So I get to right now, black love is dead. It's a scam. And black men have to make room for the opportunity, for the possibility that we may have to recreate the black community with women who are not black, as long as they're melanated, and we may not get the benefit from seeing, all right, well, this is the dark skinned, chocolate beautiful sister and whatnot that I'm with. And you may have to go ahead and make it work with Maria. You know what I'm saying? And Vishnu. You know what I mean? And Fatima. if you're Muslim, now you're gonna have to be Muslim for Fatima. You can't deal with Fatima if you ain't, if you ain't took your deen. Anywho, 6 Pass Dice, Mr. Lane. If you need me, please like, share, subscribe, man. I appreciate all y'all. Love all y'all, man.